I could see your exasperation watching this today, sort of trying to, not necessarily wanting to engage and try to rebut all of these claims that there was something radically wrong with the election, but yet to keep people focused on the fact that the election was fine.
Absolutely, Rachel, and that was the challenge, because the witnesses that Chairman Johnson brought before us, and there were several of them next to my one witness, but basically what they were saying, the statements that they were making, the allegations that they were making, were the same statements and the same allegations that they made in nearly 60 court cases all across the country. And as you know, those cases all either were dismissed or thrown out, and sometimes with incredibly strong language from judges, sometimes Republican judges, that said these are baseless. There's no evidence, there's no fact to them, and yet we continued to hear them once again. And basically, Chairman Johnson just wanted to amplify these false narratives that are so dangerous to our democracy, and why people are not viewing this election as fair and free, which it was. And Mr. Krebs, who testified, was my witness at the committee, was very clear that there is no there to the allegations being made by President Trump and his followers.
Let me ask you to spin that out a little bit, because you and Chris Krebs today both reiterated frequently that the amplification, as you say, and the attempt to legitimize these false claims and unfounded claims, and literally in some cases just wild, made-up claims about there being something wrong in the election. You both said today that that is dangerous. You said at one point you fear we are edging closer and closer to a crisis point. Why is it dangerous? Why do you think it pushes us to the point of crisis to air these things, to amplify them, to legitimize them?
Well, it's because when we think about elections, that's the pillar. It's the very foundation of our democratic republic, and that it's important for folks to trust what happens in an election, that they're free and fair, that their voice is heard, it's legitimate. And whatever happens in the election, folks accept those results. If you win, you win. But as someone said, it's even more important for folks who lose to understand that they've lost. And now there's time for the peaceful transfer of power. This country has always been a model, or at least recently has been a model for that peaceful transfer of power through the electoral process. And when you look at other democracies around the world, and the ones that have stumbled, the ones that have gone into authoritarian regimes and have seen that democracy disintegrate, one of the tactics used by authoritarian is to delegitimize elections. It is right out of the playbook. You delegitimize the judiciary, you delegitimize the press, the elections. That is out of the playbook. And when we have a president of the United States putting out this information and sowing discord and distrust, it's very difficult to maintain a democracy. And that's why it's so dangerous. And to me, what is dangerous is not just that the president is saying it, but you have so many elected Republicans that are also saying it. Folks that were on the committee today, who I believe should know better. They should know better in what they're saying, and yet they continue to stoke distrust and misinformation just to further their own partisan political gains. And they're doing it at the expense of this country's democracy.